Hi Scorpio, I'm here to do your general love reading from September 4th to the 18th of this year. Please like, share, subscribe, share your comments. I love the comments. Thank you so much for it. It really helps me fill in the gaps or what it is that I'm seeing when you're able to tell me kind of how it relates to your situation. I truly appreciate that. If this doesn't resonate with you, please keep in mind it's a general reading. There's just no way I can encompass everybody's energy. Some things may resonate, some things may not. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can go ahead and check your moon and rising sign, and then also your Venus sign and the other person's Mars sign. And if that doesn't work, then perhaps I'm just not catching your energy this time around. But if you'd like a personal reading from me, please be sure and check out the description box below. That tells you all about that. And without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. So the first card that I have here is the Tower. This is representative of Scorpio. The Tower and the Death card. So this could be your energy, but it could be in... I do feel like for a lot of you, there's been either a break, or something major has happened, or something unexpected came along. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's like it happened to you or came along to you. Maybe something shook you a little bit. Or perhaps you shook the other person. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is you. It's like something came along and just kind of surprise. Everything's going to suck for a while. Congratulations. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling from it, but I feel like it's kind of like that. And then the next card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles can be kind of a singularly focused type of energy. It can represent somebody who's like overly focused on something. But it also represents like the beginning steps towards a long-term foundation, like a stable foundation. But it's just at this beginning here. So it could be that you're dealing with an earth sign, or perhaps something has happened that made you realize that you needed to be more practical in something. And so it's kind of forced you to start at this ground zero of the practical way of doing things, perhaps. And then the next card that I have for you is the Six of Cups. So there is something from the past, or somebody either from the recent past or distant past coming in that is representative. It's representative of, it can be romanticizing a past relationship, it can be reminiscing about a relationship, or it literally could be somebody coming in. I feel like this Page of Pentacles could be representative of somebody of the past coming back in. It's not necessarily like a love offer, but there's somebody perhaps that's a friendship or a close friendship that may be able to offer you support, perhaps. Because the Six of Cups could be kind of being blinded by only thinking of the good things in a relationship. Even after a breakup, maybe somebody's thinking, you know, oh, it was so great though, we had so many wonderful, you know, they're just thinking of all the positive, and that's destructive at that point, perhaps. But I feel like the Six of Cups here is definitely it's definitely a past energy, like something that either is literally somebody from the past coming in, or some kind of situation has popped up that has reminded you of something that's happened in the past, and perhaps that triggers a reaction of some sort. The next card that we have underneath the Tower is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups can represent somebody who is maybe a little bit emotionally manipulative, but when I say emotionally manipulative, it's just because she can't see past her own emotions. It's not necessarily on purpose. She just can't really grasp anything past her own emotions because they may be very strong. The Queen of Cups, though, can also represent somebody who has pulled away emotionally and is cold and a little off-putting. And it could be that maybe with this Tower directly over her head, it could be that you maybe did something that was disruptive to a foundation with this this Queen of Cups character. And maybe this is you coming in trying to be practical or offering or extending a hand of friendship perhaps. And this individual, this person who's embodying this energy could be holding off, like cold a little bit maybe. And then the next card that we have is the Knight of Swords. So there's definitely, I mean, there's Scorpio here. This Queen of Cups could definitely be representative of Scorpio. You could be dealing with an air sign, another water sign, or an earth sign. There are a lot of pentacles here too. This Knight of Swords is representative of somebody who is charging in, kind of like a knight in shining armor, coming to the rescue type of energy. But this knight is riding away from this Queen of Swords, which tells me that there may be somebody else in the mix. Or somebody, or this is you taking charge to go after somebody. Because the Knight of Swords can represent somebody coming in to sweep somebody off their feet too. It can be kind of a reckless behavior, like acting before thinking. And then the last card that I have is the Four of Pentacles, which is this energy comes through to me as something that's like, because it's directly under the Six of Cups, somebody's holding on to something from the past. It could even be that somebody's holding on to something negative from the past that needs to be cut out. Like they keep bringing it up, even though both parties are maybe trying to move on from that. That could be what it is. Or this is an energy of somebody who's just completely stagnant. Like this Knight of Swords is very fast moving, quick energy. Like somebody is ready to move fast. But this Four of Pentacles is a suspended energy. It's not digressing, but it's not progressing. It's just sitting there suspended. It's like, I'm just going to stay right here because I know I'm okay right here. So let's clarify some of this and see what we can come up with here. Please clarify this Tower card here for the sign of Scorpio for love, September 4th through the 18th of 2017. What is this Tower card here for the sign of Scorpio? Why is this Tower card here? What is this Tower card about for the sign of Scorpio for love, September 4th through the 18th, 2017? Oop, there it goes. Okay, so Seven of Cups. So perhaps somebody was confused since this one slid out. Let's go ahead and see what it is because I lost. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Again, that clinging energy again. So somebody is either unsure. I feel like this Four of Pentacles is somebody who's in a holding pattern because they're not really sure which direction they're going to go. Like they don't want to go backwards because they don't want to lose anything, but they don't want to go forward because there's nothing really to gain right now or something along those lines. But on top of this Four of Pentacles, it could be that somebody's clinging on to things that are not serving them emotionally. The Seven of Cups can represent somebody who has either a lot of options, but none of them are options that they necessarily are looking for. It can also be so many options that it's overwhelming and they can't narrow anything down. But this can also be an energy of somebody who's really truly soul searching on what they need to be emotionally fulfilled. And that could be this Tower card here. That could be you, Scorpio, who really needs to do some kind of emotional, like, house cleaning, and that may be a shock or disruptive to somebody else because it could be that you need to take a break to be able to do that maybe, and the other person doesn't want to hear that or doesn't want to accept that maybe. Please clarify this, or, you know, clearly because they have no idea where it's coming from. Like, it comes as a shock to them, so it's not like they don't want to accept it because they can't, because they're, like, clinging. I don't feel like it's like that. It's just kind of like, wait, what just happened? Please clarify this Page of Pentacles here for Scorpio for love, September 4th through the 18th, 2017. What is this Page of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this Page of Pentacles here for the sign of Scorpio for love for September 4th through the 18th, 2017. What is this Page of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this Page of Pentacles What is this Page of Pentacles about here for Scorpio for love? September 4th through the 18th, 2017. Why is this Page of Pentacles here? Please clarify this Page of Pentacles here. For the sign of Scorpio, what is this Page of? Okay, there we go. Judgment on top of the Page of Pentacles. So it could be that somebody was being immature and perhaps selfish. And they're being called on the carpet about it, maybe. Or this judgment could be coming in and forcing some... Judgment is like a spiritual awakening, or it's like an epiphany that comes through. And with it on top of this Page of Pentacles, again, it could be that energy of that epiphany coming through and hitting. They need to be more practical. They need to be more realistic. They need to be more down to earth, more responsible, maybe. Please clarify the Six of Cups here for Scorpio for love, September 4th through the 18th, 2017. What is this Six of Cups about here for Scorpio? Okay. So the Four of Swords on top of this Six of Cups. So it's definitely a feeling of reminiscing. I feel like this is a feeling of maybe... Because the Four of Swords is kind of a rejuvenation type. It's a soldier who comes back from war and can finally lay down. He can place these three swords above him on the bed. They don't have to be right by his hands, like ready to do battle. He can actually relax. And on top of this Six of Cups, that could just be representing that somebody makes you feel very comfortable, or you make them feel very comfortable. Like there's this understanding perhaps between the two of you. And no, things aren't necessarily perfect and things can be pretty shaky sometimes, but there is an emotional connection and an understanding, I feel like, between two people. Please clarify this Queen of Cups here for Scorpio for love for September 4th through the 18th, 2017. This could also be you, Scorpio. You could be taking a step back and just taking a break and choosing to remain positive, like remembering the good times. But it could be you just saying, okay, I'm gonna let this go for now, perhaps. Somebody could be doing that. Please clarify this Queen of Cups here for Scorpio for love for September. Oop, okay, all right, I see you. Okay, so we have the King of Wands on top of this Queen of Cups. This is a very passionate but controlled energy. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of love, and I feel like there's a lot of a physical, passion. There's a connection here. But I feel like with this King of Wands on top of this Queen of Cups, it's somebody who is able to remain in control, but just kind of barely. Like somebody's appearing to hold it together, but it's kind of just barely. Like this can also be, because the King of Wands is a very charismatic, very attractive type of energy. And on top of this Queen of Cups who has emotions that are running very, very deep. It could be that somebody's putting on maybe a show. Not a show like as in fake, but they definitely have their game face on. But I feel like this is something... Like you could be dealing with a fire sign. But there is something very magnetic between this King of Wands and this Queen of Cups. Please clarify this Knight of Swords here for Scorpio for love for September 4th through the 18th, 2017. Please clarify this Knight of Swords here for Scorpio. Please clarify this Knight of Swords here for Scorpio for love for September 4th through the 18th, 2017. What is this Knight of Swords about here for Scorpio? Why is this? Okay. So on top of the Knight of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands. There is a whole lot, there's a lot of this faster moving energy here. The King of Wands and the Ace of Wands are definitely action energies. That somebody is making a move. Somebody is doing something. This Ace of Wands on top of this Knight of Swords It's something coming in fast. Somebody's taking action real quick. It's kind of that feeling like I just can't take this anymore. I have to do it. Like if I'm going to do it, I have to do it. And I feel like it's connected to this King of Wands and this Queen of Cups. And with this Queen of Cups directly under this tower, I do feel like this tower is your energy. I don't know if you've maybe been emotionally confused or somebody has been emotionally confused. But this Judgment comes in and it kind of wakes everybody up. And there has to be a practical solution found. And it could be that for somebody, this practical solution includes like just not freaking out about it. I'm just going to remain calm. I'm going to think it through. I'm going to take a break and kind of separate myself from it for a little bit and, you know, gather my thoughts. And then this King of Wands and this Queen of Cups, that represents two people that are in very strong elements of their signs, where they're in control. They're calm, cool, and collected, and they're there to complement each other, not oppose each other necessarily. And this Ace of Wands and this Knight of Swords is definite action being taken. So let's see what this Four of Pentacles could possibly be here for. Please clarify this Four of Pentacles for Scorpio, for love, for September. Whoop, okay. All right. Just chucking cards now. All right. I had one jumper that jumped singularly, and it's the Nine of Cups on top of this Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is directly under the Four of Swords. Fours definitely represent stability. I feel like there is a situation that maybe has arisen due to somebody not feeling secure. Like they don't feel like there's stability. They don't feel it maybe. Maybe it's not something that they can feel or see. Somebody is definitely afraid or hesitant to be hurt in a situation with these Four of Pentacles. And this Four of Swords is somebody who I feel like is just kind of, I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to go with it and see what happens. But this Nine of Cups is representative of the Wish card. This is somebody who can fulfill this emotional happiness. And I feel like there's something in, perhaps there's a fear of letting go of something, but this Nine of Cups would mean to me that once you let go of that, this wish can be yours. But there's something that you're holding on to that's holding you back. There's definitely something with this Four of Pentacles for y'all. Because this Seven of Cups represents somebody, again, who is not sure what they need to be emotionally fulfilled. And this Four of Pentacles is definitely clinging to something. It could be somebody just flat out clinging to the idea that they need to be set financially at some, before they can move forward and be happy. But this Nine of Cups comes on top of this other Four of Pentacles saying that that's not true. This happiness is here for the taking. But you need to get off the pentacles because they're not growing and it's like they're not shrinking, they're not growing. You're doing nothing with them. You're just squatting on them. And he's literally squatting on them. Like, get off. So I feel like that's what this spread is saying here. So tell me what's going on with you, because that is a little bit contradictory. It could be that it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. So it's moving forward, but not necessarily at full speed like it should be with this Ace of Wands and this Knight of Swords. So tell me what's up, and I will speak with you soon.